Hello, I am Jenny Sammons, and I am here with illustrious musician John Schirmer, and we're going to talk about a few of his upcoming projects and his career and all of that. So I guess to start out, maybe introduce yourself and tell everybody a little bit about you.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm John Schirmer, and I'm a musician and an artist, and so I play. I've got a band called Blue Stew, which is kind of a electric rock band, blues, and just a stew of music. And
Blue Stew, is that what it is?
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I play in the Fairfield All-Star Jazz Band with all the horn players, 15 horns, and a wonderful rhythm section. And Jim Edgerton is the leader of the band, and it's just great fun.
Yeah.
And we've got a gig at the Elks Club, and I think it's the 26th of February.
And the Elks Club is on Broadway?
Yeah, just right downtown.
Oh, it's on Main Street.
On the square.
It's on the square, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
and when was that gig again?
It's in about 2.5 weeks or so.
Okay.
February 26th. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So and then I've been an artist for 50 years.
Yes, and John is also an amazing visual artist, and you specialize in woodcuts.
Woodcuts. I've been making a living with woodcuts for those years, and I carve the picture in a block of wood, and then print the key block, which is black, and then I hand color each one. And so 50 years, I've got artwork all over the United States and many houses, and it's a great joy to be like that, to have some work everywhere.
Yeah, and you've done a lot of traveling in terms of selling your work.
Yeah. I would in the summertime, I would load up and go to an art fair and sell during the weekend, and then come back and make more. And my wife would help me, and we would load up again and out to another show, and so. Many years of that, and I just loved it. I really did. It was just was my ticket to ride, and
yeah.
And so.
And so you have your work in lots of places around town as well.
Yes, I do. Yeah. Yeah. And I've done some murals. I did the. It's called The Naturalist. It's the mural right near the Noble House, right on the alley there with the tiger on top.
That's like Main Street, Main, and Briggs.
Yeah.
So if you come towards the square a little bit,
yeah.
and then make that left down the alley, you can see it.
Yeah.
Is that right?
It's right.
Yeah.
Right there, and so.
And then across the street at what was Revelations, but it's now Revs.
Yeah. Yeah.
You did the signage for that.
I did the sign for that, and Crest Jewel sign many years ago, and then.
Oh, you did the Crest Jewel sign? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Cool.
And some other things around town, and so it's.
The Santa Claus.
I carved the Santa Claus.
That's on the square every Christmas. They have a beautiful display, and you did the Santa Claus.
The first one was ash wood, and it was about almost 6 feet tall, and it was a lot of fun. Ash is a beautiful carving wood, and the Mrs. Claus is carved out of oak wood.
Oh.
And she's a little big because oak wood is so hard to carve. We just let it go at a certain size. We said that's good enough.
Yeah, I don't remember. I know I saw them, but I don't remember what they look like offhand. But I'll have to make sure I look more closely. Yeah.
And Santa, so very happy with those. And so I've carved wood. I wanted to be an artist as a young man, and I just stuck with it. I felt I could. I felt I had a boat to catch, and so I started carving wood. I carved for Baker Furniture for a year, and then carved wooden signs up in Traverse City, and then somebody said that they could make a living going to art fairs, and I gave it a shot, and by golly, they were right. You can. It's competitive, but it's it's a wonderful way for somebody that wants to get into the arts to make a living, and so.
And now you're pretty much retired from that, and now you're doing a little more with your music.
Yeah, and music is coming on, and so it's just the jazz band has helped me to learn even, just learn more and more, and be able to express myself. So I'm a late bloomer, really. It took a long time for me to really get my chops with everything, music and art, but I pretty much arrived in terms of what makes me happy.
Yeah. What got you into music? When did you start playing guitar?
Well, I woke up to music with the Everly Brothers, and then got into folk music, which is the Kingston Trio. That's why I asked about your guitar, because I used to play a 4-string guitar.
Oh.
I started on ukulele. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So those of you that don't know, I play the ukulele, and I was telling John that I just bought a new guitar, and so that's why he mentioned that.
Yeah, and we're going to be jamming, no doubt about it.
We are going to be jamming. Yeah, you and I have played together quite a few times.
Yeah,
You've been
wonderful.
A stalwart friend to me.
Yes, and you're a wonderful singer and musician, and you're also a wonderful artist.
Oh, thank you.
Beautiful. I was, my goal is to decorate Fairfield, and I would like to join hands with you and have you and I just paint murals, and
I would love that.
Wouldn't that be something?
I would absolutely love that if the opportunity arose.
Maybe if the mayor is looking, she'll get her, take the hint.
Hi, Connie.
But there's sculptures that. The leapfrog at the library is a bronze sculpture that's just gorgeous.
Oh, right.
And then, of course, there's the sculpture in the square.
That was done, was it done by David Kramer?
No. It was Chris Bennett and the other fellow, his name escapes me, and I'm sorry about that.
Well,
but
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, but there's a lot of art in Fairfield, but we want more.
Yeah, yeah. Could liven this place up a little bit more.
Yeah. Now I'm beginning to paint oil paintings. I've painted for many years too on the side, and so I'm gonna paint a series of animal paintings. And so I'm looking forward to that.
You did one that was a gorilla?
I did a gorilla.
Yeah.
And a lion.
It's wonderful. It's kind of a close-up view of the face of the gorilla. It's really wonderful.
Thank you. So.
I see all of John's artwork and works in progress when I go to his house to rehearse for our next gig. We don't really have anything coming up quite yet, but this summer we will, so stay tuned for that.
Yes, yes, I'm looking forward to that, and on the street with the full band.
Yeah,
so that'll be wonderful. But, I just, art and music, I used to say that art was my wife and music was my mistress. I just grind out the art, but music, I just...
Actually, I would say the same thing. Art is my husband, but music is my, side dude.
On the side.
Yeah.
But it's a great joy to be able to do these things. I just had a seed. I felt it when I was young.
Yeah.
I felt I had something. I had opportunities to work elsewhere and other careers or what have you, and I just held on. I just felt I had it. I had to say something and express myself. And so, but it worked out beautifully.
So when art is your wife, so to speak, I know for myself, art is something that I could do all day, every day.
Yeah.
And I don't ever get tired of it.
Yeah.
And it comes easily in a way, and it doesn't like stress me out or drain me at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you feel that way?
Well, you know, I was thinking many years ago of having a course called Painting Without Pain, because
Nice.
I did suffer to learn how to draw and paint and so forth. I had to push. I had to really make an effort, and it was painful to some degree.
Yeah.
But now it's, you know, now it's still a challenge, you know, and to do it, but it comes along a lot better and very easily, you know, these days.
Yeah.
And so it's just, well, it's a lot of fun. I just enjoy it.
Yeah.
But so art and music, just like you, Jenny. And
Yeah. Yeah, I find with music is more personal for me.
yeah,
Because I do write music, and I share, and I write poetry and things like that. So when it comes to sharing my music with the world, it's a little harder for me because it's so vulnerable.
yeah,
But with art, my aim is just to do things that are joyful
yeah,
and that make me happy,
yeah, yeah,
and to use it as art therapy, basically.
yeah.
So it just comes effortlessly to me because
Yeah.
that's my intention with
Yeah.
it.
And I love your art because it is joyful, and so's mine. I like funny, you know.
Yeah.
I started out with funny.
You did,
And,
yeah.
you know.
You have that cat.
get-
You have this one character that you did. It's a cat with
Yeah.
like the big cheeks. They're like circle cheeks.
Yeah,
That's really cute.
I wanted that to be a balloon in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. That was my goal in life,
Really?
but hasn't happened yet. But
Yeah.
you know, I mean, all possibilities.
That's right.
But no, I like having a little, you know, puns and secret little things in my prints, and so for example, I did a woodcut of Albert Einstein, and on the background is all these formulas, and one of them is E equals MC Hammer. So I mean, you know, that's that's
good.
exactly the reaction I was looking for.
Throw a little hip hop reference in there. I love it.
But
What you know about MC Hammer, John?
a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. That's funny.
But no, we just carry on. I have to, you know, every day I create. I'm painting, and now I'm studying music to try to play the right chords for the jazz
For
band.
the jazz band, yeah.
And so
That's a whole different way of. I don't personally play jazz. I haven't even delved into that, but I hear from a lot of guitarists and other musicians that jazz is a whole separate thing. It's a whole other level of a musicianship.
well, yeah, it's you know, they're kind of they're all readers. They read music, and I don't read, and so they tolerate me to just come in there and just jam on the chords, and but it's a thrill for me to see these people that can read music, and they just knock it out really fast, and then they fine tune it, and I just I learned the chords, and then I record all the music, and then I study.
Okay.
And I put the two together, and then and so it works out, you know, really well. And just love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think we've pretty much covered it all, haven't we?
Well, so let's see. What do you have? You said you have a show with the Elks Club coming up.
Yeah.
And then you have your band Blue Stew that you play with.
Yeah.
Do you still play with them every week or every other week at the lab?
Yeah, we play at the lab quite a bit.
So that's on what, Thursday nights?
On a Thursday night, we
From like 8 to
10
or whatever
yeah.
at the lab. The Hi-Fi Lab, which is on Low.
I think that is, yeah.
Yeah, if you make that left off of Low after, like, right by Logley's.
Right by Logley's.
Yeah, and that's always really fun. I've come and sang with you guys a few times.
Yes, you have, yeah.
It's been a lot of fun.
It's a wonderful opportunity for bands to develop.
Yeah.
Because it's low pressure.
Right.
And so we just, let's try this, let's try that, let's stretch this out. And all of a sudden, 3-4 sessions later, you're starting to get a little tighter and tighter.
Right.
And
yeah.
so it's been great. And we just had that gig at Paradiso.
Was that like a open mic feature?
No, it was. We were featured on the Art Walk Friday.
Oh, cool.
And so we were a little nervous about it's not that big a room, and a little nervous about a jam band in that room. But everybody seemed to enjoy it, and so and nobody stuffed their ears with cotton that I saw. Maybe one, but anyway.
Well, we just got our wrap sign, so it's been a pleasure talking with you, John.
It's wonderful to talk with you.
I really appreciate you in every way.
And I love you too. Let's make music together. And
we will. You will see us out
Let's
there.
decorate the town.
That's right.
With our murals and paintings.
Bye-bye.
So, bye-bye.